So this morning, we have 4 packages to take out. I thought I'd show them to you before I put them in a bag. I'm going to have to put them in a bag and hang them on the mailbox because they're too big to fit in the mailbox. Hang on. Okay, so it's really nice today. Clear skies. And I'm on my way to the mailbox. Got me my bag. And I just showed y'all it's got 4 packages in it. And sometimes I do this. I put it in the bag like this whenever I know they're not all going to fit in the mailbox. So, let's see. Now I can do this if it's not going to rain. So we've got our 4 packages in there. Alrighty. Somebody's doing something up the road. Oh, I know what it is. It's the trash man. Today's Tuesday. The trash man comes on Tuesday. I can hear him up the road. I don't know if he's already gotten ours or not. But anyway, my husband has the electricity off in the kitchen because he's replacing a light switch. And I can't cook breakfast. So I'll do that whenever he gets the breaker back on. I don't even know what we're having for breakfast. I'll tell you later. Hi, y'all. I'm just getting in the car, going to town again. I have to make another trip to Lowe's. I told y'all that we had bought this flooring for our little entryway, and we are 2 squares short. So I got to go to Lowe's, and I got to get some white paint and some squares, a whole bunch of other stuff. My husband sent me with a whole list of stuff. Anyway, so I got to go run some errands again. I usually only go to town once a week, and this is already twice, and it's Tuesday. So I don't know how many times I'm going this week. But anyway, this is the view up my road. I live on a dead end, I told y'all. And this is the view going out of my place. So I got to get the air back on. I turned it off because it was real loud. I turned it off because it was so loud I thought it might, make the video be too loud. Anyway, so I'm going to go. I'll see y'all in a little bit. Hope I find everything at Lowe's. I'm getting to where I like going shopping at Lowe's. I mean, you get all kind of good stuff there, but I really don't know what I'm doing in there. All right, see y'all. Hello. Good to see y'all. I've had a very eventful day, very busy day. Get comfortable here. I about wore this office chair out. I use it all day, every day. So I made a trip to town, and I have flares, like where I'll have a week or 2 or longer of just a lot of body pain and different things. Okay, I don't want to go into it. But I have flares, and I've been in a flare for about a week and a half going on. Well, this is the 2nd week, I guess. But it makes it difficult to walk. It makes, like, my legs don't want to work. A lot of body pains. Very tired. Different things. Anyway, that was today. But I had to go to Lowe's and get some of the stuff that we needed. So I went, and I had to go to I went to Lowe's, Walmart, and then to Ace Hardware because we couldn't find this certain item we needed. I finally found one at the 3rd place. It was a little different and kind of pricey, but anyway, I came home, and I got the car unloaded, and I got in my chair. My feet were swollen, my ankles were swollen, as my legs were hurting, and I got in my chair and got all relaxed. Sat there for a little bit, and then my son came out. And see, I had asked him before, will you make arrangements to get a ride to work so I don't have to take you? Because I didn't think I'd be back in time, but I did get back in time. And he said, Mom, you need to take me. I couldn't find a ride. It's like, no, please. I can't drive to another town again. But I got up, put my shoes on, and, you know, like, I thought you was finding a ride. But I took him. And while I was over there, I had to run in Walmart because I forgot a battery for my husband's blood sugar machine that died on him this morning. So I went in there and did that, looked around a little bit, and then I thought, I'm just picking up a bag of burgers at Brahms. It's on the way home, and I'm just hurting too bad to cook dinner. I was going to make spaghetti. I think I told you all that. So I did that and came home, and my husband, in the meantime, had been working on our little entryway, pulling up the old stuff that was on the floor there. And it was funny because when I got home, it wasn't cement I saw. It was the old... I had forgotten about it. And I guess we laid these new tiles we had on it that we just ripped up for like 20 years have been on there. Underneath it was the original 1976 when we bought this house in 1986. It was that old brick. It looks like brick. And it was the little square, like 12 by 12 squares that looked like brick. I guess. I guess it was the squares. Or linoleum, I don't remember. But it brought back memories because that's what used to be when we bought this house. That's what was in my laundry room and my kitchen. And I hated it. But back then, you know, it was like in the 80s. It was okay. I mean, it was the going thing, I guess. Y'all excuse my tongue, it's real red because I've been eating hot tamale candies. Which I can't find anywhere. I've been all over the place. 2 Walmarts, different places, Dollar Trees. Nobody has my candy. I don't know what the deal is. So my husband had it. Some. He brought me a handful because he loves me. Anyway, so I brought those burgers home and we ate them right quick. And then he got to working on the entryway. And it looks real nice. He got it all finished. And then he decided to work on, he'd tried to work earlier in the day on, by my sink in my kitchen, there's a light switch on the, instead of 2 plug-ins, it's a light switch and a plug-in together. And we had bought a special thing for that. It's like $10 for that little switch. But he opened it up and he's like, man, there's way too many wires in here. This is not right. Well, come to find out, and he was sitting, you know, trying to figure it out, and he called his friends, and like nobody could come at the moment. And finally, we did have a friend come over, and they thought they had it figured out. And in the meantime, I'm like, how come my dishwasher won't come on? The breaker's on in the kitchen. All the lights are on, everything. Only thing different was he had opened up that thing and messed with a couple wires. I'm like, why is my dishwasher running through that light switch? Anyway, to make a long story short, we had our good friend come over that hadn't been over here in ages, like 20 years or something, I don't know. And he does a lot. He has redone his whole house and done the electric and stuff. So we thought, well, he'll know what to do, right? So I just left them in there and let them do their thing. And finally, you know, after about an hour or whatever, he leaves and my husband comes in here. I said, well, did it work? You know, and all that. He says, no, he couldn't even figure it out. So I had to put the old switch back on. So I don't know what we're going to do. But my dishwasher's working. I just went and started it. So I've been in here playing a game and trying to stay out of their way. But sometimes when I play some of these games, there's one game in particular that I play. It's just kind of like your mind can roam all over. It's one of those games that you can play and you can think about a lot of things while you're playing it. And I do. There's certain things I think about. And I was thinking about a lot of things. But one of the things I was just thinking about just a few minutes ago was, have you ever had people say bad things about you and they weren't true? I'm sure you have. If you've been alive on this earth for very long, you probably had that happen. I have had many things said about me that were not true. And people still believe them. And no matter what I say, they're going to believe what they want to believe. But it ain't the truth. I mean, who's going to know the truth? It's going to be me, right? So if you probably had this happen to you. Like somebody says something bad about you and accused you of doing something. And you deny it and you say, I wouldn't do that, and no way, and you wouldn't do it, and or whatever the circumstance, but you could maybe get accused of doing something, and you didn't do it, but for years you can tell them, finally you just quit telling them, I didn't do it. It's not like what you think. You heard a bunch of rumors and you believe what you want to believe, but see, I know the truth. Because I'm the one you're talking about. If I did it, I would know. Right? So if you've probably had that happen to you. And I was thinking about how eventually you just have to just quit talking about it. You're not going to convince them. You are not going to convince them. And I have people to this day that still believe things about me that are so far from the truth, I don't even know where they got the ideas. I've heard things said about me that blows my mind. Where in the world did they get that? Where in the world did they come up with something like that? I never did anything like that, not even close. And they still believe it. Many years later. It's very hurtful. Because they won't believe you. Right? And I was thinking about this because I know a lot of people deal with this. And sometimes it's just like, like I have little teenager granddaughters. They're in that time of life where how teenagers, that time of life in your life, oh, your friends say something, there's all these little fights and all that between your friends, and oh, my best friend said this, and that's one thing. But when you're an adult and it happens and you're like, I can't believe that you still believe that when I've told you many times this is not the way it happened. This is not what happened. And you're believing this about me. This could be about anything. Part of it's called the rumor mill. I've said in videos before, just recently I said in videos, I am not a drama queen. I hate drama with a passion. I cannot stand any kind of conflict. And I try to stay out of, anything that could cause drama or anything. But there are some people that I know, and some people are like this. I don't know if they're made up that way, or if it's what's in their heart. What's in your heart comes out. And they just want to find something negative about people. I look for the good in people. I really do. I look for the good in people. Ooh, just realized I gotta go get my son here in a minute. I gotta make this short. But anyway, they believe they want to find something bad about you. And they will just bring it up and bring it up. It could be anything. But if they hear a rumor about you, whether it's true or not, they will latch onto that thing. I knew it. Don't be like that, people. Try to find the good in people. If someone has something in their past and they've changed, or you hear something that don't believe it without some proof, or even ask them. You might even try to ask them. Now, one thing you can do is go by their history of what kind of life do they lead now? Do they tell the truth? Are they always lying to people? You couldn't pay me to lie to people. You couldn't pay me to lie to anybody for any reason. I have been in very tough spots where I have had to tell the truth or lie. And it was tough because it was very touchy. I told the truth. Told the truth because my soul is more important to me than lying. What does the Bible say about liars? They'll find their place in hell is what it says. I don't lie. Ever. I have never, ever, ever lied to my kids. My oldest child is 37 years old. I've never lied to him. Not once. And you're probably saying, oh, she's lying now. See? That's what I'm talking about. No, I've never lied to my children. Not in the least little bit. I don't know how I got off on this tangent, and I'm going to have to leave in a second, but I was just thinking about that some people are different. It's what's in their heart, and a lot of it, too, is about how they're made up. Some people are half full, cup half full people. Some people are cup half empty people. I'm a happy person. I try to find the good in people. I tend to believe people when they say things. I hope, that they're telling me the truth. I hope that I can see the good in people. I look for the good in people. I don't look for the bad in people. Yes, sometimes it's very obvious. I have people very close to me that it's very obvious that they're going down the wrong path. And I try to help them, and I try to, I can't change them, but I try to help them and all that. But I also can see good in them. And that's what I try to encourage. But anyway, I was just thinking about it because I know you've probably had that happen to you, where people are talking about you, where they won't believe you. You know you didn't do whatever they said. But they're going to believe, they believe it years later down the road. They're still believing what they want to believe. And you can't help it. You really can't help it. You can pray that God will help them see the truth. But what makes it really sad to me is they would rather believe that lie than you. And if there's someone that's supposed to love you, to me that's not love. If they won't believe you, and you've never lied to them before, you don't have a history of lying, there's no reason to cover it up, why won't they believe you? Very painful to be in that situation. I have been in that situation for many years with several people. And it's very hurtful, because when you're around them, you can feel it. They think you're this terrible person. And you didn't do what they said. So, I hope that, I just wanted to chat about this for a little bit because what can you do about it? What can you do about it? My experience has been, for one, eventually, at first you'll try to defend yourself. Why won't you believe me? I didn't do this, blah, 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 blah. And eventually, you know what? All they want to do is argue. Oh, but so-and-so told me this, and so-and-so told me that. But I'm the one that was supposed to have done it. I would know if I did it. Eventually, you have to just let them go. Let them go their way. Believe what they want to. If they are not going to believe you, maybe they don't need to be in your life. Or limited in your life. There are people I've had to, in my family, back away from, limit my exposure to them. I still see them. But I have boundaries. You have to set up boundaries. There's certain people that I've told, you're going to bring up these subjects, I'm not going to talk to you. I'm leaving. I'm not going to talk about it because you don't believe me. We're not going to rehash this. Yeah. And I don't see them very often, put it that way. And it's on purpose. I'm sad to say. I believe that someone that loves you will listen to you, and they won't want you to have done the thing that they said, and they will listen to you. Now that is love. Now yes, you could be lying to them. There are a lot of people that will lie and lie. But like for me, I don't lie. Ever. So you can back away from that person. You may have to limit your exposure to them. You may have to go different paths. It just depends on the situation and who they are. And, if you live with them, that's a whole different story. But these are tough things to handle because it can go on for years and years and years and years. And they still don't believe you. And that's sad because, like I said, that ain't love. It ain't love. I don't care. They can say they love you, but if they won't believe you when you give them a heartfelt, and you've never lied, I've never lied to them before. So, why they don't believe me now? Because they probably don't believe I don't lie when I say it. Anyway, I just thought I would talk about this. I've got to go. It's 10:27, and I need to leave about 10:35. So, if you have this problem in your life, tell me. I could go on and on about this because I have dealt with it for many years. I have a lot of supportive people in my life. I have a lot of good people in my life and a lot of people that I love and family and all that. But there are several. Oh, Mom, you don't have to come. Oh, hang on. Let me give him a smiley face. All right, we don't have to go. We can take a shower and get in our jammies. Anyway, so I can talk a little longer. This is already 18 minutes long. Anyway, y'all, I just wanted to talk to you about it because I know a lot of people deal with this. And you've probably dealt with it. If you're very old, you've probably dealt with this. Tell me how you handled it in the comments. Let's keep it nice and kind and clean. Always clean on my videos. I don't allow anything that's not clean on my videos. No foul language or anything, y'all. It ain't going to make the comments if you comment. But I think everybody's trying to do their best. I have someone in my life that I love a lot. And they're on hard times. They aren't making really good choices. So I try to help them. I mentioned this a while ago. I try to help them. And we all have to make our own choices. I can pray for this person, and I do. But we all make our own choices. And we have to live with those choices. Some of the choices we make are small. Some of the choices we make are humongous and will affect us for the rest of our lives. Who you marry will affect you for the rest of your life if you stay with them. Or if you don't, it will affect you for the rest of your life. So some of our decisions are, you better seek the Lord and ask Him to help you with some of your decisions, because some of them can be life-changing. And some things that happen to us are out of our hands. We may not have caused the problem. We may not have, but something may have happened that you're just stuck in the middle of it. You know what I'm saying? You're just stuck in the middle of it. And rumors will fly, things will be said, and you'll think, where in the world do they come up with this stuff? I have thought that for years. I'm like, I don't even know where they do they make this stuff up? Do they just sit at night and make this stuff up? No, it's a big rumor mill. People just, I don't know. But they don't think about the one on the other end that's getting hurt by all the lies that they're making up. So, if you're the one in that situation, I would recommend, if you've already told them multiple times in a loving way, try to defend yourself, and they don't believe you, please don't keep defending yourself. Stand in your integrity. Put a smile on your face. Make sure they know where you stand. Set your boundaries. And don't allow it. Don't allow that talk. when you're around them, if you have to be around them or if you choose to be around them, you start talking about that, I'm leaving. Because you don't believe me and you're just going to bring it all up, going to cause hurt for everybody, and none of it, and it's not true. So make those boundaries clear. I have been at a place that certain things started to get said. I said, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm leaving. If you're going to talk about that, I'm leaving. And make sure you're clear, because all they're doing is dragging you down into the mud every time you allow them to talk about it. When in your presence, they're going to talk about it whether you're there or not, because they like the drama. They like to keep bringing up stuff and bringing up stuff and bringing up stuff from the past. You've already gone on and made you've already gone on with your life. They're still dragging stuff up from the past. Dragging stuff. They can't forget it. They can't let it go. They can't believe you. So let them go. I did that many years ago. I can still be polite to them when I see them. But listen, you have to stand up for yourself. You have to have integrity. You have to make your boundaries. Set your boundaries and be firm about it. Because I've had to unfriend people on Facebook because they kept bringing it up. Not to me, but to different people they would talk to, and I would see it. Oh, it hurt me so bad. I can't believe they're saying that. I would never say that in public about somebody. I would never bring that up in public because I'd know it would hurt them. You know what I'm saying? Even if they did something, even if they admitted they did it, I wouldn't want to bring it up in public because it would be hurtful to them. But there's these people that love to bring up drama. They don't care if they're hurting you. They don't care. So please, don't let it hurt you, because turn them off. Just turn them off. Unfriend them. Whatever you have to do, just do it. You will feel better about yourself. Your life goes on. You go on with your life. Like me, I am happy. I have a happy life. And I don't know what these people think when they see me. You can tell they're thinking something. I just live my happy life in front of them. You know why? Because that's the real me. That's the real me. I'm not going to go around, oh, so sad because they think this about me. No. I mean, it hurts me that they think that. But I've gone on with my life. If they want to stay in the past, let them stay in the past. If they want to bring it up to some other people, I'm not going to know, because I'm not going to be around. Please do that for yourself. That's what I was wanting to get across to you tonight. I've been there. I've done that. I'm still doing that. You will have to do it the rest of your life, because there will always be those people. There will always be those people that want to be hurtful to you. They'll want to bring up your past. It could be 20 years down the road or in the past. It don't matter. Just do what I recommend. It's the only sane way to keep your sanity. And don't let their lies. It bothered me for years. Their lies, the things that these things that I would hear, that's like, I don't even know where they got that from. Like, that ain't even close to what really happened. How did they come up with this stuff? It was so hurtful. And I guess if I heard it right now, it would still be hurtful, because I know it's not true. But you know what? The only way, there are several things you can do. One is you're going to have to forgive them. And that is not easy. It will take you quite a while to forgive them. What I mean is, it took me much prayer. And you know, I still bring that up to the Lord every once in a while. Not very often. I still pray about it sometimes, like, you know, like if the thought comes up, oh, well, think, you know, help me not have anything in my heart against them. They are who they are. They're going to do what they're going to do. Help them see the truth. And be man up or woman up to admit, you know, hey, I didn't believe you before. I'm sorry for all. No, they probably ain't going to do that. I mean, it'd be nice. You know, hey, forgive me for all those things I said about you that weren't true. I doubt I'll ever hear that, but it would be nice. And it would be because you probably prayed for them many prayers. So, for being able to forgive them releases you. It releases you from the bondage of them being, they have power over you. When you allow them to have that power over you, because you can't forgive them, they're holding you bondage. You have to forgive them. Now, trust me, it can take years. Or it can be overnight. It can be anywhere in between. It just depends. But it takes God to help you. So forgiving them, if they're still the way they are, and back off, go your own separate ways, limit your exposure to them as much as possible. And that's going to depend on your relationship with them, you know, if they're just a friend or acquaintance or family or somebody you live with. This is gonna be different. Set your boundaries and stand on them. Have integrity, and don't let it harden your heart. Don't let it change you or make you bitter. Keep a sweet spirit and keep an attitude, a good attitude about it. I'm not preaching to y'all. This is something I've experienced myself, okay? So I'm speaking from experience. Lots of experience, okay? And I hope it helps you somehow, because it's tough. Very tough when people say things about you that aren't true. Some people just like, oh, I don't let it bother me at all. Well, it depends on what it is. It can be if mine was a very touchy subject, dear to my heart, and it was very hurtful. And I'm a very, I don't know what the word is. I don't know what the word is. I'll just leave it there. I feel these things deeply. Anyway, y'all, I'm going to go, and now I don't have to go get my son. Sorry, y'all. It kicked off because I think it hit 30 minutes. I've never made a video for 30 minutes. I was just telling y'all how I was going to go get a shower and get my jammies and go to bed because I got up extra early this morning. And it kicked off. I got a big notice. It's never done that before. But anyway, y'all, I just wanted to please take those things to heart. If your experiences, leave your comments below. And take it to heart and think about it. You know, if you're having these kind of problems with someone or several people or whatever, please consider the things that I've said tonight, because it's what's helped me. I don't know what psychologists say. I don't know what the psychiatrists and all those people say. I just know that it took God to help me, for one. That was the biggest thing. And I still have to, y'all, I still have to keep my guard up. I still have to keep the right attitude towards these people. It's not a one-time thing. It's an everyday thing. I don't think about it every day. Matter of fact, I don't even think about it that often. Okay? But you have to keep the attitude right. You have to keep your integrity. And when you stay in integrity, that means you're honoring yourself. Okay? You're honoring who you are, and you're honoring yourself. If you know you did not do the thing that they said, you can't just listen to that negative stuff. You've got to hold your integrity. You've got to believe in yourself. You know what's right. They don't know what's right. They have no way to know what's right. You know what's right because you're the one they're talking about. Hold your integrity. Keep peace. Don't cause any drama. Don't argue with them. It's past the point of arguing, right? It's past the point of arguing. Don't argue with them anymore. That's your boundary. That's a wall you do not cross. It's a boundary you do not cross. Okay? Now, if the only time that would be different is if they come to apologize, which I've never had happen yet. So, if they were to come with a soft heart and apologize apologetically, that would be different. You could work with them, and it could mend the relationship or whatever. I don't know. I've never experienced it yet, but I know that God is into mending relationships, healing relationships. But the other person, I'm always ready to mend the relationship, but the other person has to be ready too. If it's just one-sided, it's not going to work. They're just going to argue. They're just not going to believe you. So stand in your integrity. I keep repeating it, y'all, because it's important. Okay? So now I'm going to get in the shower, jammies, go to bed. So I will talk to y'all tomorrow. I'm sorry this video went so long, but it needed to be said. It was time to say it. I don't know why, but I had these thoughts on my heart and I wanted to share them because I know people go through this too. It's not just me. So what we go through, everybody's different. You may have never had anybody say anything that's not true about you. I don't know. But I figure most people have. And some of it doesn't matter. But some of it is very important and, very deep. Hurts us very deeply. So, all right, y'all. So, I had a good day. Very busy day. Kind of a painful day, actually. But, all in all, what do we say? All is well. All is well. No, you may not have everything you want. You may not have the dream house you want, the central heat and air you want, all the money you want. Of course, I don't know if there's a limit to that. I don't want to be rich. I don't want to be rich. I just want to live comfortably. I'd like to have a nice home. I already have a nice car. And to live comfortably. I don't want to be no rich person. I just want to be able to live comfortably. When I say that, what I mean is that you have enough money coming in to pay the bills. You have a little extra to spend and go on trips and do things, but I don't want to be rich. But we're all at different levels in life. We all have different circumstances. We all have things that have happened to us. Some people starting out, they don't have any bills. They don't have any, like us, we have medical bills running out our ears. People starting out, we're all on different levels. I see these young people, they get married, whatever, and they go buy this beautiful home. Beautiful, way more than I can afford. I'm like, how they do that? And when we started out with hardly nothing. Dinky little house. But we started out. I was 17 when I got married. So we didn't really have any help or anything. But they don't have any bills. We're all in different situations. Over time you build up these bills. Over time, everybody's different. So I don't look down on people that have less than me, and I don't want you to look down on me. I hope you don't, because you have a nicer house than me, or central heat and air. And central heat and air is basic necessities nowadays. Like, I don't even know why we don't have it. But please don't look down on people that have less than you. You don't know what they've been through. You don't know what their circumstances have been. I have a lot of friends and family. Some of them have way nicer things than me, and some of them have way less things than me. And I just treat them as family. It doesn't matter what they have. I mean, I am glad that they have nice things. I want my friends and family to have nice things. You can't be jealous. That's for sure. Okay, y'all. Going to bed now. Well, taking a shower and going to bed now. I've said that like, I don't know if I did that. I just love talking to y'all. All right.